What's up, everybody? Welcome back. As you can tell from that intro clip, it's been a very crazy week for Galaxy of Heroes. We're talking about Carrie leaving Electronic Arts, Warrior versus CG. I actually have a test account now, and just kind of wrapping up some other stuff from the week. So with that, let's go ahead and dive into the first item of business here. And the first thing to bring up is going to be CG versus Eric. In the past couple of days, a screenshot was leaked onto Reddit of a private chat between Warrior and Eric, where Eric says that Warrior was using some inappropriate language and that his chat privileges within the Game Changer Discord server have been temporarily suspended, to which Warrior responds that, you know, what privileges do you think kicking me out was a good idea? All I've been doing is ranting on there. I haven't been making any public videos like the other YouTubers, and then promising that there is going to be some pretty bad negative publicity from this whole thing, and then sure enough, a Discord screenshot of the chat does leak onto Reddit. So, honestly, I think that it was pretty obvious that Warrior had posted a screenshot of this to some chat, which he did confirm that he had sent this out to his Patreon chat in a statement talking about how there was colorful language used by him, and how he's been very frustrated with this game lately, as most people have been, and how it's just been building. Like, again, most people have had their frustration building over and over again with this game. And so it pretty much just came down to emotions getting the better of two different people. I know both Eric and Warrior. They're both great people. There's nothing malicious here. It was just Warrior getting passionate about the game like he does, and Eric, you know, not being up for having colorful language used and a big rant on it. And so he kind of tuned back privileges for Warrior for a while. But in the end, everything worked out okay. Soon after Warrior was suspended, everything went back to normal. They kissed and made up, and Warrior's back in the chat. Everything is fine. So there was no lasting negative consequences from this, which is great. That's good. But I do think that obviously next time, probably not boot someone just because they're ranting about the game. You know, talk to them and be like, hey, I appreciate your passion, but maybe tone it down a little bit. You know, the language and stuff really isn't that necessary. And to be fair as well, we don't have the full screenshots of the entire conversation. We don't know what was said in the rant, and we'll more than likely will never be able to get that. So it's not really fair to put out a full judgment on what exactly happened here, because until we know exactly what Warrior said to make Eric do this, we can't really say that, you know, CG was wrong in trying to censor him or anything like that. And honestly, at the end of the day, this did give me some initial deja vu back to my situation with Game Changers. And that had me a little worried, because, you know, I was hoping CG had learned from that last time, and I guess apparently they did, because they brought Warrior back right away. So that was great overall, and it's nice to see that Eric and Warrior are still doing great on their own, that they're still friends with each other, and that there's no bad feelings between the two of them overall. So then we get into the other big piece of news from this week, with CG Carrie officially leaving Capital Games and Electronic Arts as a whole after, I believe, 19 years with them, and she is now working on something else. This was a pretty big deal. I mean, this is the game director we're talking about, the person who's not truly in charge. That's John Solera, head of CG, but the person pretty much right underneath him. So she was in charge of a lot of stuff with the game, you know, making sure everyone's working together, things are getting figured out, that the different parts of the game are being worked on, that everything is going okay. She is pretty much the boss, and losing her is a big deal. It means that they're gonna have to find someone new, maybe promote from someone inside CG. Speculation is maybe Crumb is gonna get the promotion, or Top Hat as well. Either one of those guys, who knows, but it has caused a lot of worry within the community, which is totally understandable. I mean, when the game director leaves, you kind of get worried that maybe something happened here. There's been a lot of speculation that she got fired from her tweets, the tip of the spear comment, how about how she expects people to pay to keep up with the game, which is not that crazy considering it's a mobile freemium game. If you want to stay at the top, you are going to have to spend. That's just the way the mobile free-to-play games work. But the fact that she was able to come out and say that was really refreshing, but also not something that game companies like to advertise. So there's plenty of speculation that she got fired, which honestly I don't think is that far-fetched, but I can't say for certain that she was until I actually see the facts for myself. But at the end of the day, she's gone. We're not sure what's going to happen with Galaxy Heroes now, and there's plenty of YouTubers talking about how Galaxy Heroes is dying, how there's problems with it, how we need to improve the game, which, yes, the game does need to be improved. There are things to be improved upon, but I think it's a bit far-fetched to say that Galaxy Heroes is dying. It's definitely not dying. There's plenty of new players coming in, a lot of new whales coming in as well, so you have people burning out at the top, but you have new fresh people coming in from the bottom. So this game is far from done, but that doesn't detract from the fact that there's stuff that really should be improved. The Gear 12 finishers, that Kyrotech, that's too much. I'd maybe cut down the prices of it, maybe make it more farmable. The fact that we have to either use crystals or Guild Event Mark II tokens or farm from a single node is a bit much, considering you need 100 salvage per Gear 12 finisher. That's pretty expensive. That's either you farm it up or you spend $20 worth of US dollar crystals to buy those Kyrotech salvage. That's a bit much. They need to work on that for sure. The fact that you still have some people who are having problems with matchmaking for Grand Arena, that honestly I think is probably a bit more balanced than people are worrying about, but at the end of the day you still do have some pretty vast gaps sometimes with these matches. So there are things that need to be improved with this game for sure, and they've taken good steps with it. They had the recent update where Gear 12 was made cheaper for crystals. It's in the shard shop. You can farm the Gear 12 plus salvage within fleet nodes. They've made some steps here to help kind of reduce that cost of Gear 12, which is nice, though it does seem a little weird that a Mark V fully crafted stun gun is now more expensive than a fully crafted Gear 12 piece. So maybe expand that a little bit as well, but overall I think there are some things that they do need to improve upon for sure, but I don't think at all that this game is anywhere close to being done yet. And you know, Carrie even said in her follow-up to her saying goodbye that there is a year plan still going for Galaxy Heroes. So we don't know what they have planned for the next year. We'll find out some stuff here soon, but they have a plan for Elisa next year that gives them time to, you know, bring someone in new, figure out what they're going to do, and start working again. So overall, losing Carrie does suck, but that does not mean that this game is done anyway at all. And then moving on to our next topic, I have a test account now.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
What happened here is last weekend I put out a tweet of a new profile that I had within Galaxy Heroes called McMul2 Test, which is the same format as your test accounts with your X Game Changers that they have on the test server. So the speculation was that I have a test account now. That's not entirely true. I do not have an official test account. What actually happened was that one person on my arena shard messaged me. He's actually quitting the game. His name is Fix. He's within Italy Strikes Back, or ISB, and he told me he was quitting and asked if I knew of anybody who would be interested in a new account, to which I promptly replied, yes, I would be very much interested in your account. So he gave me his account as he quit the game, and now I have sort of a test kind of environment where I can test things up against my own account within our regular arena shard, as long as I don't try to block people's payouts. But overall, it gives me the same sort of environment that you have with your other YouTubers and their content creators, because I'm pretty much never going to get back in there with a test account anyways. So this is about as good as I can get with that sort of advantage and being on their kind of equal playing field. I don't have a huge amount of crystals that I have to spend like they do, so that is a disadvantage for myself, but overall the account was in a pretty good spot. 4.8, 4.9 million GP as it was. It was a mostly free-to-play character anyways, so it works out pretty well for me. I'm gonna be able to sort of do that kind of testing now that your content creators can do with on the test server. So I'm gonna be in sort of the same environment, so I'm very excited to be able to have this and see what I can do with it. So it's a pretty big thing for me. I'm very excited for it, and I've actually got some videos planned already. Probably gonna put one out within the next couple of days anyways, with using that test account and sort of showing, sort of be able to finally get to that level that I could use without having to rely on other people to set defenses or record videos for me. So very excited for that. And just to kind of wrap things up for this video, in the farewell post to Carrie, Eric did say that we'll be seeing the road ahead next week, so hopefully we'll get an idea of what we're going to see in the next couple of months with reworks and new characters, everything like that. Maybe fingers crossed that my clones will finally get reworked. That would be nice. But that is pretty much gonna be it for this video, guys. Let me know down in the comments, what do you guys think about everything that's been going on this week, the craziness with Carrie leaving, Warrior, and just what do you guys think about the overall state of the game? Let me know down below, what do you guys think? As always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. I will talk to you guys later.